I mean, I assume I'll lead because obviously, I'm the only one with the skills to been able to host, so that's absolutely fine. Right, what's
Oh, you're able to host? Have you hosted recently?
I not
In the
recently,
back
no.
of your car?
The last time I was by genetics, so it was like
Video.
quite a while. So funny.
That is
I
such
was
a good
Well
ride.
played.
I was obsessed with that video. I've like watched it from 4 different angles. I was like,
Not from 4 different angles.
Because oh my god, I love a gay that just because he was just
Hey, brother.
sweetie. It's my New York gays are on a. It's too much. It's hilarious to me whenever I
on
see
another
it.
level.
So
Well,
anyway,
I don't know if Kelly Cabrera is a New York gay, but she is today's patron shout out. So Kelly, thank you so much for supporting us over on the patrons. Thank you for joining us for after hours, live streams, watch alongs, and just in all, just being there for a helping hand at the end of the night. Yeah.
I mean that's like child's play, but anyways, yeah.
I love that franchise.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Horror Hour.
We all go a little mad sometimes. Get you. Here's Johnny.
Hello and welcome back to the Horror Hour, the place where we discuss, debate, and disagree on all things horror. I'm one of your hosts, George, and today I'm joined by a plethora of hosts today. We've nearly got a full bag, but Liam was doing a bag, so he's not here with us this evening. So we've got Yutaka.
Hi.
Hello.
That's all I got.
That's okay. That's all fine. We've got fresh out of bed. We've got puggapillar.
Yep. Cool. Hey.
Thank you.
My God, drier than
I
that.
want this
What's going on? What
for
happened?
Liam, and he's not even here today. So
Aww.
He said he was going to be at the concert.
yeah, well, I don't remember things past 12 hours ago. So
Send him a
That's fair. I
photo.
wish
He'd
people
love
didn't.
that. Send him a little photo of you, just that in the mirror. He'd love that. We've got Nick.
Hi, I'm the host with the most emotional baggage, Trixie Mattel.
And finally, we've got the woman of the hour. It is David.
Okay. Hi. But can I be serious for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. I love you guys so much, and I'm just very happy that you guys are in my life.
but
Yes, I'm just being sweet. Can I just be sweet for 1 minute? Damn.
it doesn't feel natural.
Well, what you want to talk about? My scabs and my ass? What you want me to talk about? I don't know.
That's
I don't
what
know.
I'm used to, so
Well,
sure.
How many gummies have you taken, baby?
I am fully sober today.
Oh my God, love that
Fully.
for you.
Fully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you're going to have to be to talk about this subject because today, guys, we're going a little bit off kilter. We're not talking about. Well, I could assume that one could say it's fiction, but it lies between the realm of fiction and truth, and that is urban legends. Now, this can go in a variety of ways. We can go from literal urban legends to just old fishwives' tales, as they're called in the UK, to what stays in the
Heard that in,
outback
like,
is in the
ages.
outback in Australia, and these will be. I'm intrigued to see where everyone's mind goes when they think of something that's one of their favorite or most creepy urban legends. So let's begin. And because we haven't seen Pugger for a while, Pugger,
Oh,
let's
dude.
start with you.
God,
No.
stop putting me first.
But I'm just happy you're here.
Okay. Jesus. So I've been asked to do some Australian ones, but there aren't very many Australian urban legends, right? Because
With the
enough.
shit y'all got over there, y'all ain't got no. What you mean? What
Exactly.
you talking about?
we've got enough stuff happening over here as it is. But there's there's like 2 I've got from Australia, and then a couple I've got from like just in general. I actually had to Google what the definition of urban legend meant.
Great start.
I just had a brain fart where I didn't know what it meant for a second. Anyways, so there's this thing called a bunyip. Has anyone heard of a bunyip
A
before?
bunion?
Well, George has. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. No, no
Oh,
sorry.
itchy
Not a-
eyes, itchy eyes. Sorry.
Mhm.
Not a bunion, a bunyip.
No, I haven't heard
Bunyip.
of them.
No, tell us more.
No.
No,
Well, what
Bunyip.
would okay? Hearing that, what would you think a bunyip is?
It's like I feel like half creature, like half animal or something. I don't know. Like it's like
I'm thinking of something like a
Human half-
turnip.
I don't know, like a mixture of two
No.
creatures or something. I don't know.
David's actually on the money
Oh,
here.
okay.
It's pretty much this
Oh.
creature. I mean, it's an urban legend. It's a myth. And it's something the Aboriginals were like ghastly afraid of. And it's this like half humanoid, half fish man that would live in swamps and creeks, and he would like abduct children and stuff. It's this like scary, scary tale. There's this great animatronic from I think it's like a Murray River exhibition place where they have this like mechanical bunyip, and it's like if you know what submechaphobia is, it's like a fear of like giant underwater machinery.
Interesting.
I don't like it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's this
Like
it's
a-
this animatronic
Like a
that-
submarine or just
no, it's not a fucking submarine.
No.
It's
Like
an
the definition
animatronic.
of the.
yeah, no, like I've
of
never
the-
heard.
Oh
yeah.
yes, yeah, the definition. So
okay,
it's
okay.
this
Gotcha.
like wait, if I'm able to share a picture, because I know how to share screens in this chat.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh,
And I would
my-
have gotten away with it. It wasn't for your meddling kids.
Oh my god. Okay, this is
That
kind of
is-
cool that they built this.
Oh,
That
that's
kind of looks like Big Marge from Pee Wee's.
Oh my god.
But as you can see, giant like cage underneath. Imagine getting caught under that thing if you were
Oof,
doing
and it
maintenance.
goes down.
Ugh.
It's given.
and people go
But
to
yeah,
see this.
this is pretty much it, and then it sits there for a little bit, and then the
It
sounds go off,
submerges.
and then it literally just
That is nasty
Oof.
I don't like that.
because it just looks wet
Wow.
and moldy. Oh,
Mm.
I don't
Oh,
like
I-
that. I don't like how it goes down without making any noise. So that's a bunyip.
The water did not run clear that day.
yeah, no.
Well, thank you very much, Pugger, for the bunyip.
That's my PowerPoint presentation for the day. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. I don't know why I'm saying you're more than welcome, but you are. Okay, let's move on to Nick. Let's go to Nick.
Okay, so the first one that I would say would be the Mothman.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. Now, technically, the Mothman himself is considered a cryptid. And if you don't know what a cryptid is, it's like Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, stuff like that is considered a cryptid. But the
Latino
reason that I
Republican
picked,
guys.
well,
Yeah.
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 Wait, isn't that George Santos? Wait, that's not his name, is it?
Oh, yeah. The line. I was like,
But
you know, anyway.
the Mothman is
Mhm.
from the legend is from Point Pleasant,
Yes.
West Virginia, I believe it is, and it started. I want to say it started back in like the 60s, and people started saying that they were seeing some giant like bird-like creature with red eyes, and then more and more reports started happening over the years, and the town itself has kind of turned itself into like a tourist place. They have like a giant Mothman statue in the middle of the town, and tomorrow specifically is the beginning of the Mothman Festival in Point Pleasant. So there's a lot of people going there for that. I would love to go there for that. But I initially learned about the Mothman from the movie The Mothman Prophecies with Richard Gere, which is one of the scariest movies that I've ever seen. It is so good. It's so good.
It's a good film.
Hmm.
Ah,
That's mine.
Thank
Crazy that
you.
you learn about the Mothman from a movie that has the title in it.
That's right. That's
I
nuts.
learned from the Mothman I used to watch this show, and it was on Discovery Kids back in the day. And I think it was called like Mystery Hunters or something. It was like these two young kids with like this. And they had
Was it
this...
found footage?
No, it wasn't found footage. I wish it was. And then they had like this crazy doctor character, but then they would investigate like stuff like this. And the Mothman was one of those things. And I always stuck with me because it was like wherever he was seen, then there was always like some sort of tragedy that befell. And there...
Oh, yeah.
And then the
So
bridge.
also that the bridge, there's a bridge that collapsed near Point Pleasant, and it's like a famous bridge collapse. But when that bridge collapsed, there was a lot of people in the surrounding area that said that they saw the Mothman just before the bridge collapsed. So they kind of blame him for it.
Was he a construction worker or what?
He was just a menace to society, much like David.
Well, it depends
Wherever
what
David
bathhouse you go
goes,
to.
there is always a tragedy.
Yeah, the bath. They close a couple bathhouses here because, whenever they would get on their knees, they would scrape their knees with the scabs that would fall out my ass. So.
It's a
There we go.
shame.
Now we're back to normal.
Yeah. Resume. Okay, well then, speaking of scabs, David, tell us. What's one of yours? Not one of your scabs, but one of your...
Oh wait. Okay. Anyway, but so mine is from DR. Now Nick knows about this story because it started as an urban legend, but then some Dominicans turned into Jill Roberts and decided to.
Sorry.
Julia Roberts.
Julie. Sorry.
Jill Roberts?
Julie.
Jill
I was
Roberts.
because I just thought Julia
Julie
Roberts in
James?
my head.
Jill Roberts of Woodsboro, a girl who's lifted all our spirits.
Yeah, 'cause,
An
you know,
American
people
hero
were-
right out of a movie. Sorry.
But yeah, so basically, they call it like, translated as like the roaming nuns.
Can you say it in
And-
Spanish
but-
though?
So se dice las monjas caminando.
Thank you.
So yeah, so it's like basically it would back in the day they would talk about these like stories of on the roads in DR. Some of them were like completely empty, like not even lights or anything. It would just be like trees, just road. And what they would say is that at night, always at night after midnight, they would see a group of nuns walking together. And the story was that they looked helpless, so a lot of people would stop to help them and see like were they lost or whether there's something happened. And then when they would stop, the nuns would murder them, and so just dump the bodies, and they would just find cars in the middle of like empty cars in the middle of the road for some reason.
Mhm.
And so that was that was the myth. But then in the early 2000s, people started getting a little bit too like real, like, oh yeah, whatever, let's just do it. And that people would, usually men would dress up as nuns and roam at the side of the road and like rob whoever would stop, and like usually not murder them, but like fully like hijack and like just like take over.
My apologies. I had a fucking George moment and my internet just.
Say me, Liam has the worst internet. Thank you.
Oh shit! But
Mine did go last week. Oh, I
Yeah.
think you've
Sorry.
said this story, but I think I've heard you tell us this story because I was like, oof.
yeah, it's like it's the
I
one that
said
always kept
kitty
me
and I
up at
got
night.
punished.
Well,
Kitty.
That kind of, I think when you told me that story for the first time, I brought up, it reminded me of the beginning of, oh my God, the Christmas horror movie. Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh, yeah.
Where he would
oh,
dress up like Santa.
It like and I remember that they told us it's like in a sleepover that we had one night, and I was just like, what the are y'all talking about? And after that I was just like fully trapped. Like nuns creeped the shit out of me after that, and DR and all that stuff, because usually I used to think like Sister Act and all that. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was some sick shit. And I remember just being terrified. At one time my mom tried to fucking scare me and shit, driving in the middle of the road, and she was like, oh my God, you saw the nuns, and I was like, don't do that. So yeah, after that I just can't. It's my favorite, it's like the chupacabra and all that stuff, but like the real like stuff like that's what really like creeps me out. I don't like that.
Next
So
time
good.
you guys do a road trip, Nick, there you go. That's how you scare David.
Hell no.
I've been plotting. I've been plotting.
Oh yeah,
oh.
He is coming and going.
that T-Mobile hotspot.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, David, for the nuns.
Yes. Well, I mean, that story alone is scarier than the Nun 1 and 2. So I don't even.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
We don't talk.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Have you seen the second one, George?
Yes. I
Oh
went to
wait, you
cinema.
liked it?
No, I hated it, but I'm
Oh,
saying like,
that's right.
let's
Okay,
not talk
okay.
about the
Took me. Gotcha. Yep.
series.
There's quite a few people that like it. I'm seeing on Twitter. I'm like very confused. I don't get it.
Same people who put Child's Play 2 at the bottom.
I'm not gonna mention that person again.
Well, speaking of bottoms, Yutaka, tell
What?
me one of your
That's
urban
a visual.
legends.
Ew. Well, I mean, you put it in the chat. I mean, no, that's gross. Oh.
Mm. Mm.
La
Okay.
Llorona?
Yeah, that's exactly what the chat goes to. Just racist.
Yeah.
Just oh my god. Anyway,
Ew.
Yutaka, tell us one of your urban legends,
So
my
yeah,
dear.
I had to look this again. I wanted to try and look up some local ones, but apparently, there we have an urban legend called Zombie Road, in Wildwood, Missouri, which is maybe like 20 minutes west of here. Wait, no, east.
wait, what's it called? I tapped out for a second.
Zombie Road.
Oh, Zombie Road. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So, based on a series of trails that were supposedly one of the most haunted sites in all of Missouri. I'm curious to see it. Producing ghost sightings for both ghost hunters and visiting cyclists and hikers. Okay. Oh, and they officially closed the trail at night, so I guess gays can't go there. But
like
apparently,
what's that thing called in Central Park where they used to give head? The cloisters? No, not the something like that. It was like,
but you know what I mean. You like could be in the
like
bushes, Central Park or whatnot. I don't know. It's on SVU all the time. But
yeah.
yeah,
I remember my friend once, she was like, she wanted to go, and she's a big old fat cake. I'm like, what, you want to go see a bunch of gays give head? Anyways.
Oh, well, this is actually kind of boring. All this is about people getting murdered and yeah, that's about it. Local records is somebody said to wander the tracks because they were killed on. I don't know, guys. I'm terrible with urban legends.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
for
so
that.
sorry.
Thanks.
I thought that would be a better one. I should have read. Like the
I
only
was
ones
like,
I
think it's
remember
nice to
growing
maybe
up,
read
like
what you were.
you
Yeah.
okay, all right. So like we
Talk
have
amongst yourselves,
what is
hold
it
on.
like the Ozark Caves?
Wow.
So this Al's eyes take me out. The Ozark.
like,
is that what the series is about?
I mean, technically, yeah, that's Ozark, Missouri. You've got like the Mark Twain Ozark. Anyways, yeah, I'm terrible at this one. I promise to bring one from
make one
my
up.
childhood. Well,
That's what urban
okay,
legends are.
true. So, do you all remember like growing up, being told of the obviously the kid, Home Alone, their pet? Oh God, that like photo every time takes me out. You know, the girl, she's sleeping or she's got her hand over the bed and she thinks it's her dog licking her hands, you know, which by the way, if you're sleeping, you shouldn't fall asleep like with a limb hanging over because then all the blood rushes. It's not good. You could actually like lose
But then
a
you can
limb kind
pretend
of
you have
thing.
somebody else in the bed.
Well, you could do that. You just have to remember like to lift the limb up, but if you just leave it there all night,
Yeah.
not good. It's bad.
Yeah.
Fun
That's why sometimes I have to
fact.
switch to the left hand. Oh, what happened?
About that urban legend with the dog licking the hand.
Yeah. Oh wait, you've had an experience?
No.
Nice.
Originally, in like the first script for Halloween H2O, Michelle Williams' character, like they do a play off of that. So she has a dog that lives with her, and she, does pets the dog or whatever, goes to the bathroom and comes back and reaches over to pet the dog again, and the camera was supposed to pan down, and she was touching Michael's head. He was hiding next to the bed.
Ooh.
So it was a spin-off of that.
Like scratching his head.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're gonna need a minute.
Oh God.
Right. Well,
But it's kind of like he was surprised, like, you
I
never
know
know.
it's like he's becoming an urban legend in this episode. Okay, so I'll do one of mine. So first one, I mean, Tower 7. No, it's the back rooms. The back rooms, you've heard of the back rooms, guys? These are more like, creepypastas.
The back room. Wait a minute.
Why am I
So
so
the
red?
back rooms is like a new, it started back in like 2019, 2018, and it was kind of to do with like liminal spaces. So it was this idea that you could glitch in real life and you would transport to these back rooms. So they would look like empty, like orange yellow looking office
Oh,
spaces with like no windows or doors.
wait a minute.
Oh,
Do
You've
okay.
y'all
got,
see
like,
those
the
on
pool.
Instagram? Those videos on Instagram where it's like those creepy like
Mhm.
which space makes you the most uncomfortable or
Yeah,
something where it's like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like childhood, like it almost looks
Yeah,
like
and it's like an abandoned like
yeah.
play area or something. Like,
Oh, those creep me out. Oh, those creep me out. Yeah,
so
yeah.
like stuff like, so the back rooms kind of were inspired by that. Like the first part was like that you would enter these rooms and it's just like no way in, no way out. You could walk in for ages and there's like creatures in there, but then you would find your way into different rooms. So one would be like a huge abandoned water park, then another would be like you say, like a play area and things like that. And just the idea that you could like accidentally, like, you open the wrong door somewhere and you find yourself like in one of these places is just like, oh. And there's loads of games now that you can play. And one guy did an amazing YouTube series. His name was Kane Pixels, and now he's been picked up by A24 to do the movie based on his found footage series that he did. That was all like CGI. It's so good. I think it's just called The Backrooms, Kane Pixel, and it's I was obsessed.
You gotta
with
be
it.
careful where you show that movie.
Wait, show what The Backrooms?
Well, because you see that title, you hear that title.
Yeah, and you think you're getting
it's
something
like
else.
it's almost like
I
with
think
the-
Irreversible
when-
in that club.
yeah, it's almost like when the monkeypox happened, and you just see all the gays in line. With
That's
yeah.
exactly what it is. They
Yeah,
were, and they're always in the back rooms, the red rooms, the
red-
dark rooms.
Oh, that would be
actually.
so hot though. Like to
What?
give head in like
The
a red
red
room or
room?
something. Oh no, like you're in a Babylon or something, and then you go to the back room and it's like all red and shit, and it's just like
Just
sweat
bad over
dripping
your
down.
life, Babylon. Is on
Oh
in the
yeah.
background.
Oh yeah, that would be hot. Anyways,
Okay,
just my own sick fantasy. Yeah.
live it till the day.
Wait, was it called Babylon in the original UK Queer as Folk?
I
Because
think
I assume that's what you were referencing.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
David?
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
always
because
referencing. I'm always referencing queer as folk.
Because but I don't think it was called that because like
It
George
might
was like,
be.
oh, he started
No, yeah, it
singing
is
Babylon.
the Babylon, yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
Now,
I was
here's
just
the
thinking of
thing.
the song.
I do think that the American version is better, but that first episode when they go up to his room and they're arguing, and then he gives him head when his mom's downstairs. What? Anyways, crazy.
Yeah, I haven't
Just-
watched the
anyway.
US one. I've only seen
What?
what's saying. Internet outage. Sorry, guys. I was so pumped to talk about my next few urban legends as well. Oh,
Well, I'm not going to Australia.
let's fly now. Okay, well, Pugga has indeed become a urban legend. Pugga, if you really want to, you can absolutely fine to while you edit this. Just pop in real quick a 2-minute clip of you talking about them. Just, like fast speed. Go for it.
No, I do not want to do that.
That was a
Alright.
great one. Thank you for that one, Pugga. Okay, so moving on, let's go to Nick. And Nick, do you have another one for us?
Yes. Let me see which one would be my next one.
Like, damn, she in
Oh,
home.
this is one that I still believe to be true.
Mhm.
In New York City, long time ago, there was rumors that there was alligators that lived in the sewer. And
But I was just reading about this.
Like the movie,
I
the
fully
1980s
believe that
movie.
shit.
about
Not
alligator.
alligator.
I fully believe it. It was, I forget which city it was, but it was like 4 or 5 years ago. It was in the news that somebody literally found an alligator in the damn sewer. So that is exactly why, and David knows this, why if I am walking down the street, if there is a sewer grate, I don't walk on it. I always walk around it. I will never walk
And I
on
always
sewer
jump
grate.
on it just to make him like anxious and just like.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I love it. It's my favorite thing.
No,
to
no,
do.
no. I meant that like.
Oh, well, yeah,
Well, I
him,
figured
yeah.
you would like torment him, but wait,
Yeah.
really? You think there were
Oh yeah,
alligators?
I don't do it. I don't do it. All
Like
I
in the-
need is to fucking drop through the grate and then get eaten.
And then
Ugh.
you
It's
should
almost
be
like
so
the ones
lucky.
where like the snakes come up through the toilet, you
Oof.
know, and
Well,
like,
that's some Australia shit. I've seen those videos. Have you seen those videos of the finding
Well,
the snakes in the toilet?
Yeah.
Oh, no, no, no,
Didn't
no.
Puggapillar
And
have
how much I
something that
shit?
crawled
No.
across his asshole or something?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, oh, oh.
spider.
Yeah, a spider.
Could you imagine you're taking a big old dump, and all you feel is like.
He was
Just
like, it was on his
crawling.
hemorrhoids, and it
with
was
one
like,
of my dumps, the spider would make
Oh,
it.
say that again. Say that.
it was on his hemorrhoid.
Ah, okay.
So alligators do you not believe it where you live? Then you only believe it in New York.
I think major cities. I think it all.
Oh.
So everywhere you go, it's not just if you're in.
I see
New
the
York.
same. Huh? Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
I mean, have you seen the
alligators.
movie though? Have you seen the 1980s movie?
I watched a bit of it
Yes.
after. Was it you that
It's-
mentioned it, or was
I,
someone?
I
Yeah.
always try to mention that movie because it's so good. Like the scene where he hijacks the why did I say hijack? Anyway, sorry. Where he goes to the I'm sorry, where the alligator what's the word I'm looking for? Crashes the wedding.
God
Oh,
damn it, David.
Wow.
Oh, it's warm in
Holy
here.
shit.
it's even warmer in here.
Oh.
But where the alligator crashes the wedding and he eats everybody at the wedding, like it's so good. It's the most random thing. Oh, or the one where the kids where there's like having a sleepover and the kids are like, going to the pool and then they're like tormenting one of the kids and the alligators at the pool and they push him into the pool and then you can guess what happens next. Hilarious.
Oh,
Anyway.
oh,
Yeah, the movie goes there. Yeah.
wait. Is that in the first one? Oh shit, I
Yeah.
haven't seen that then. I knew they Joe Bob, what is it? Joe Bob Briggs? Great.
Joe Bob Briggs. Yeah.
They were doing, I remember, damn it. Now I guess I didn't watch all of that movie. Sure.
Or maybe you just forgot.
That's
You
probably-
watch a lot of shit. So it's like,
Yeah, you get through it.
Yeah,
I watched
yeah.
actually today. Just I meant to say to you, I watched that short that you said that Horror Bandwagon watched. You know, the one about
The
the
one
kid
in the
going in the
pool?
pool with the creature.
Didn't that creep you out a little
That
bit?
was that's horrible.
Like every time you would go down, it was pitch black. Go up normal, and then go down, and then there was like a creature and
the bottom of the pool.
oh my god!
And they're making
anyway.
a film out of it. They're making a full feature-length film, I think, out of it all.
I kind of hate it when they do that.
Yeah, 'cause
some
I don't know
films
how
are
you
so
can-
perfect.
as short films.
Like Old
Yeah.
would have been a perfect short film.
Yeah, 15, 20
Agreed.
minutes.
Yeah.
Skinamarink would have been a perfect short film.
Well,
Well,
it would have been.
we're gonna.
Shut up.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Well,
sir.
moving on then. Okay,
Oh wait,
thank
did
you.
Nick like that movie?
No.
No, but
Oh.
none of us did we? Or did
I've
you
never
like
seen it? And I have no desire to see it.
No, I saw the first
I started
2
watching
minutes.
it, and I was just like a little. The environment creeped me out, but I was just like,
I was just
I did
confused.
like the Outwaters though.
Oh, I
We-
really
we-
liked the
yeah,
Outwaters.
we watched that
The
for
sound
Found
design on
Footage
that was
Festival.
freaky as hell.
The dick as well.
oh,
Well,
Yeah, there is male nudity.
the dick of death.
That's the
Oh,
one. Speaking
well,
of, David, tell us
Ooh.
what's one of your other urban legends?
Well, we had a quick conversation about this one, and it's the butterfly kisses, the peeping tom, the blinking man.
Yes.
Oh
Not
my
to
god,
be
it's-
confused with blueberry kisses.
Oh my god, unreleased.
or blue waffle, or
oh,
No, not that one.
oh, well, I can show you a picture later.
Oh.
But the point, the point is the blinking man. If I'm not mistaken, it was from Pennsylvania. If I'm not mistaken. Well, the movie. Well, I saw the movie first. It was the Butterfly Kisses, which is basically based on an urban legend, and the movie has like a bit of a. It's a found footage film, so it has like a bit of a Blair Witch kind of feel to it. And basically, the story is that these train tracks that go into this tunnel, that if you stand on the other side of the train of the tunnel and you stare, it has to be at 11 p.m. And if you stare without blinking for 1 hour, you see we could call he has different names, but the Peeping Tom is one of his names, one of his nicknames. And once you reach midnight, every time you start blinking, he gets closer and closer to you until he gets so close. Okay. Until he gets so
Remind me.
close that talk amongst yourselves. That he gets so close to you that he's basically like blinking on your eyelashes, so it almost feels like a little butterfly taps a little bit. And you basically after that you just go crazy and basically either kill yourself or just die, drop dead or something. The vibe of the movie, it's not like a jump scare galore or what. It's the eeriest movie because the town itself feels like it's run down a little bit, and it just like people are a little bit traumatized from it's so good. And it's like it wasn't set in winter, so you just feel cold. And it's the movie I recommend if you love found footage movies. I recommend. I found it by accident. I was like on
I'm like when you said it was that film, I was like, I'm so surprised that you like
because I'm like a big IMDb whore, so I always log in whenever I watch a movie, and then they pop up like whatever recommendations on stuff. I'm like, but I haven't heard of that one, so I just saw it, and it was like a quick movie.
Yeah,
But that urban legend always creeped me
it's
out.
on
And
YouTube for free, I think.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
free. You can find it on YouTube for free. It's
Nick,
quick.
October's pick sorted for you, for me,
Mm.
for Patreon because it's another found footage film. Because this month's is
What was it called? Blueberry eyelashes or something?
blueberry kisses, blueberry kisses, butterfly
That does
kisses.
sound cute though. I do like that blueberry kiss.
It's a Lady Gaga song.
No, I know, but I like
Oh,
the idea of
I didn't
blueberry
know that.
kiss.
Kisses you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the blueberry. Like oh, let's get
Yeah.
a blueberry kiss. Like like.
Because what are you watching this month for me?
Something called Megan is Missing. I'm gonna watch it
Oh.
tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Just make sure you're in a good place when you watch that film. So
That is hateful. That is.
Yeah, that ending. Let's not talk about that.
yeah.
Oh.
So
Mm-mm.
let me move on to mine. So I'm gonna go with this is like an urban legend
Wow.
that like everyone. It's similar to like the dog licking the hand situation, and it's the backseat killer. So with the car behind flashing the headlights.
Oh yes.
To me, that's always like when I used to drive. When I used to have my car, I would literally get in and I'd be like, "You're not fooling anyone," and and there would be nobody there.
Stop
but
it. Yeah.
oh, puggapillar's amended his internet. But yeah,
Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about the one with the killer in the back seat? Or are you talking about?
no. So it's the one where like
The person's trying to warn them.
yeah, like they can see somebody like in the boot and they're blinking and they think it's them like trying to mow them down,
Gotcha.
so they're going even faster and then they come through the back and yeah, and they go for it. See, David's never gonna have this issue because it's David. Please stop.
I'm just shaking my shit. Damn.
Because David doesn't drive, but
Well, I'm gonna have to eventually, but
yeah,
for the time being, yes, you're correct.
you can just get a little two-seater with like no
that'd be-
back
Well,
seats.
that's
I could see you driving a two-seater.
Little smart car, something.
That would be no. Wait a
Not
minute.
a smart car. No.
I was thinking about like a sexy, like like just me, myself, and I just listen.
Bit
yeah,
of
I
Lana
can-
Del Rey, my
Porsche.
little red race car.
just like the wind running down my scalp and all that stuff. I like that. I like that vibe. I do like that vibe actually. Yeah, that would be hot.
I could see.
that's
Yeah.
your legend is how what's his face the father of the YouTuber that we were just talking about, how he died in Urban Legend when they kill him.
I beg your pardon.
Father of
Okay,
what you...
Cheetah Girls.
Oh yes,
person.
yes.
He was
'Cause
the one
we
that
are
they run off the road in
sisters,
Urban
we
Legend.
stick together.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't want to be like some.
I don't know why I'm so red right now.
Why are you upset?
No, it's his
Oh.
lighting.
Oh, I was like, I thought you.
But like
were
I didn't
he's been
change
fidgeting
anything.
with
I
it
don't
this entire time.
understand.
You look beautiful,
Anyways.
baby.
Is
Okay,
it
well,
rosé? Sure.
rosé. That's
Excuse me?
all the drinking. Rosacea.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, seems he's managed to make an appearance. We'll do it quickly in case his internet goes off again. Pugga, do you have a urban legend for us?
Should we bet how long he'll last?
30
Ooh.
seconds.
Oh,
Well, not how long you'll last.
Oh,
how long
sorry.
he'll last. Oh, okay.
Hello?
is his sound off now?
No, he's just
Stop
ignoring
it.
us. He's just being silly.
Oh.
He's just being. Oh my god!
Oh.
There's an urban legend. in the
God,
back.
get out of the house.
The call's coming from inside the house.
does he know that we're talking to him?
Absolutely.
Yes, dude. Oh,
I mean, the good thing
Did you
is
guys see
he
that
has to edit
Pugga's
this. So.
nudes leaked?
I saw Pugga's nudes leak. Yeah, they weren't that much.
Wait, what? What?
Oh,
He's
there
listening
he
now.
is.
He's listening now.
it was the spider
Like-
that leaked him.
Oof.
It was the
Oh,
spider.
like the one of the cheek.
Oh, I was gonna talk about that. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
What's your next pick, Pugga?
Okay, so there's an urban legend that when you are unable to sleep at night, it is actually because you are awake.
Like lucid dreaming or something. What are you talking about? I bet.
That
What?
should not be that simple. You don't understand.
He's.
Yeah,
I
no,
get
no,
the
I got the joke.
It wasn't. I didn't call
I'm
it
gonna
jokes. A little
mansplain
bit
it.
dramatic, but. Do you have one that you could maybe
Yeah.
share?
Australians
Before your
really-
internet dies.
My actual urban legend, it's not an Australian one, but
okay.
it's one that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, and it like gave me nightmares for weeks, and it was
T-Mobile
No,
strikes.
you're
the-
no,
it.
you're lying.
No,
You are
that's-
li-
no,
I know you're
that's
fucking-
him.
Absolutely.
That's
You're
him.
lying.
That's gotta
You're
No
be
lying.
way.
No, that can't be. It can't be.
Ooh. Girl,
What?
is it hot? It
I'm
must
so
be hot
glad
where
he's
you're at.
editing this episode, Jesus, because I'd be crying
What?
right now.
Oh,
The
do it again. Do
police
it again. What
cuts.
happened? What happened?
What?
Do it again. What happened?
What do you mean?
Oh, I
what
just said it
happened?
must be hot where you're at.
Oh.
Well, who's that? Him?
Me?
You.
Me? Why?
Oh.
You've been sweating.
It's just because
Who?
I'm not used to being around such sexy gentlemen for such length of time.
Are
Oh
those
no, I
sexy
meant your
gentlemen
pit
in this room
stains.
here?
David, turn
Oh.
down your light.
Well, do you like your armpits licked?
Which one?
You.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind anything as long as it's consensual, to be honest. That's
Okay.
my mom. So I don't know where
Russell
we
Brand
are.
doesn't think so.
Oh God, I know. Yeah, that's all coming out. Well, we should have known when he took Katy Perry. You know, that was the moment. 2012. So I've gone. Pugger's gone. Let's go back round and let's.
Oh my God! Let's do the one of the clown in the living room.
Oh, the Supernatural movie.
No.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I'm talking about the urban legend where the babysitter and she sees.
Oh.
So she's babysitting. So this girl's babysitting, high school probably, and all that stuff. And she's like creeped out. You know, the night is going on, everything is fine. But she notices that there's like this weird clown statue in the corner of the room, in the living room. And she's just freaked the out. She doesn't know what to do. She's trying to like just, disassociate a little bit, like, fuck, okay, let's move on. The time will fly by. And then eventually she just, I think either she covers it or tries to, she does something, but then she calls the parents that she's, because she's babysitting. And she's like, hey, do you mind if I could like move or like cover this clown statue that you guys have here? Because it's really creeping me the out and all that stuff. And the parents are like, I don't know whose house you're in, but there is no fucking clown statue up in this house. Well, first of all, that would be my first rule because I'm not babysitting. If I see a clown statue, it's like Jill in the when a stranger calls. Remember that statue at the top of the landing? That like
yeah,
first of all, that's some sick shit. But yeah, when I forgot if she tells him to run out the house or something and all that stuff, and it's like so creepy because like the thought of just like a man just watching you the whole night and he's just like plotting, just like they're just sitting waiting to kill.
They've adapted that into a couple different movies and stuff.
Well, I remember you guys told me about the Supernatural one, if I'm not mistaken, or am I okay?
or
Yeah,
the
they
series
do a riff of
Supernatural did
that.
something like that.
And then there was like a mockumentary, found footage, surprise, that I remember watching that I actually thought was real at one point, and it was about this particular clown. Oh, what was it called? I was obsessed. I never actually
Was
watched
this when
it.
they were like clown sightings, like along like the highways and all this,
Oh,
or like
no.
roads? Do you
Oh,
guys
no.
remember that?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
actually legit freaky. Like you'd
And
be
there
driving,
was-
you just
Yeah, and there was one video actually of the found like a security
Wrinkles the Clown. It's called.
he was trying to
I'll
open the
show it you
doors.
later, It's
thing,
scary.
the shit of somebody's house, and he was holding the balloon the whole time, and he was just like trying to jam the door in, and it was the sick. He went to the front, he went to the back of the house. He was just holding on that balloon. Like I'm like, oh my, could you imagine the next day? Oh my,
I
Like,
just.
there
Sorry, Nick. Go on.
I'm trying to find it. If you just Google, or not Google, if you YouTube the clown statue, there's a short film. A lot of people actually react to it as well. It's just
Oh,
like
dear
a
God.
10-minute short horror film,
I'll have to
What's
watch that
that?
later.
but it's based off of that.
Based off of that. Oh yeah, short film. Ooh, creepy.
That almost kind of also reminds me, like, you ever hear the stories like, or when somebody's babysitting and maybe the dryer just keeps going off and they keep going to check it every now and then, but they're like, why does it keep going off? Back when like
Michael Myers put the body in the. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
but
Sorry.
when like the old dryers where they would like make this horrible beep, like this beep, like it would go off. And so somebody like the babysitter would go downstairs.
You're talking
She'd be
about
like,
during the depression. Oh, sorry.
oh yeah, but they
Yeah.
would go downstairs or wherever they would go to turn it off. And by the third time it would go off, they're like, you know what, something's not right. So they would call the police, and then they would go. And when they'd search the house, there was somebody down there waiting to actually kill them.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't we have this conversation? About
We
the
spoke about the
girl?
Tinder one with the girl.
Yeah, that he was like that. He laid out the thing on the floor.
Yeah,
and
and
chopped his up.
Yeah, and
He-
she called the police, and then they were like, don't look in the living room.
That
And
was
then
my luck.
tell you what else scared me as well. Just talking about
But yeah, like
weird
there's
things.
stuff like that when I grew up, like, when appliances sounded like that.
And they weren't all silent. But like something that scared me, and it's like smart homes. Like I know that we're all like Ring doorbells and stuff.
Mm-mm.
Honestly, I'm not going to open it at any point anyway. I don't need to see who's on the other side in the middle of the night. I don't need
Or
to
like
see
checking
it.
your phone like at night.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
If you,
Ding ding, and there's someone there. Like just thinking about it now. I don't want to know because
Well, Nick likes to do that shit to me, like where he shows me like videos of the like those
yeah,
ring
I
shit.
hate all that. And
Because I
stuff
need
like
one. I have
Yeah.
one at my place, and I'm gonna get one in my new because I need to know. Even I just need to know. Like I need to see what the.
I just assume you
don't.
have like 3 deadbolts.
Oh yeah, I do
and,
have.
like
I have the
Like,
several chains.
yeah. No, I have
given
the.
Sidney Prescott on
Okay,
Scream
so I
3.
have 1, 2, and the chain, and then my ring. I don't play that shit.
No.
And I live in an apartment.
And like I hate the idea of like Paranormal Activity 4 got me creeped out when they had like the whole front door open, back door open. Like imagine lying in bed and just hearing like the fucking house
Or
being like
again, yeah, or when a stranger calls, like every time you walk into the room, like
Yeah.
the light goes off.
Oh yeah, F that. Like that always freaks me out in those places. Like, oh,
it's not a vibe. Okay, so is that the clown I'm taking as your next one, David? Nick, do you have one last one for us that you'd like to share?
Yes, let me see which options I saved.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get the song on my head.
I feel pretty. I feel pretty.
I'm gonna go with
okay.
the hook.
Hook.
Which is there's a legend that like there used to be like a makeout spot, what the kids used to do. And there was a legend that somebody like had escaped an asylum or something, and he had a hook on his hand and he was attacking people. And these two, the guy and a girl, they're making out in the car, and they hear something outside of the car, and they're like, I don't know what the that is. So they dip out and they leave and they get home. And when he goes to let the girl out of the car, he discovers the hook is like wedged into the car door. And that is, they talk about this urban legend in I Know You Did Last Summer, but that is also why the killer in the movie has a hook, because it's based off of that.
And then he goes to the Krusty Krab and torments.
Yeah. The spatula.
My favorite episode is one of my favorite episodes.
Wait, I'm confused. What? So what? There's just a hook in the side of the car.
Yeah, because like he was trying to open the door like without them noticing, and then when they pulled away, it like pulled the hook off of his hand.
Which, if he was smart, he would have hooked the wheels.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's anyways.
But that's
But,
it. Okay. Captain Hook strikes again. Okay, thank you. What's your name? Utaka, have you got one last one? Sorry, have you got one last one for us?
He barely had 2. What the f?
Yeah, I know. I really
No.
I mean, he mentioned the red dot or like the spider bite. I mean, because that creeped me out growing up. Anytime if you'd have a spider bite or like a really nasty bite, and like it makes me think of like the scene from you know what I'm talking, like the zit scene.
I did that. I did the movie. The scarecrow. The
where she's like trying to pop the and like she pop. Yes, scary stories to tell in the dark.
Tell in the dark. Thanks.
Sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was also thinking of the sequel with the dude who's got the drill and the guitar and the girl.
The driller killer.
Yeah. Summer Party Massacre 2.
Yeah,
The girl like her zit keeps getting gross and like, but like and she's like trying to like pop it, and like she pops it and like all like the spiders or bugs and all that. Oh.
And then the mayonnaise comes out, and it's so good.
So I don't know if you've ever been bit by a spider and like you get a real nasty bug bite. If that's ever like you look at that and you're like, ooh. Like just wondering.
In DR, they would, like the mosquitoes are deadly.
I have been bit
so they would always say like you could get AIDS or something if they bite you or something.
Damn.
Yeah.
But also, Nick, you're always like out in nature, like with children.
No,
So
I got bit, which is probably what?
Stop it.
Pop the corn and feed the children.
Yeah. We're not all walking in nature with children. Because you're always you like hiking and things. So I imagine that you come across a lot of insects on your
bites.
Whereas I like to stay
Bears
inside. Yeah.
Oh no, my spider trauma. When I was a kid, my family, we lived in this apartment, and I would wake up every single morning and be covered in bites, and they brought me to the doctor to figure out what it was, and we determined that it was a spider infestation, and we got exterminators and everything like that, and we could not get rid of them, and it was only in my bedroom. So after receiving hundreds upon hundreds of spider bites, we moved out, and now I don't spiders.
Not even if like just one, like just like a cute little.
No.
What if it wasn't? Did you
Sometimes
definitely
I see the little
spider?
colorful ones.
So
that
just
are like
give me-
dancing, you know?
Yeah,
me
but
one
then you know what
second.
happens, and they jump, and then it's game
Okay,
over.
Stop.
Spiders.
Stop it. I don't want to don't talk about that. No,
Okay,
no,
well
no.
here,
Moving
okay,
on.
this is not really, I guess, an urban legend per se, since it actually is common, and well, I mean, Lifetime even made a series about it. But the whole
Oh,
frogging.
Killer Dilf.
Oh, not
Oh,
okay,
sorry.
that
okay.
was
Frogging.
funny,
That was a
by
good.
the way.
That,
Yeah,
that was, yeah.
Frogging.
Oh, so good. So
Have
good.
you
Anyway.
never heard that term, George? Frogging?
I
Like,
have
this
on
is
this
not like
channel,
yeah.
but I can't remember what it is.
I told you about this, David.
Where okay,
But-
so like I live in a house, and sometimes I'll hear noises in the attic, right?
Mhm.
And you know, most of the time it could be like a squirrel or whatnot got in, and you know whatnot. But there are some people who like just ignore it, and they'll hear it, think nothing of it, when really it's actually somebody is living
Oh,
up in
yeah,
there.
I've
gotcha.
seen the
And so
video
when
of the guy.
everybody's asleep, they will come out
Of
like
the
they'll
vents.
rummage, steal
I've seen those
stuff,
videos
or
on YouTube
maybe
and
even
shit.
kill them.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, I actually
There's,
saw a couple
um,
horror films like
The
that.
one
It's
where he comes out the
creepy.
top of the
I
fridge.
see you
Yes.
Yes.
with
Mhm.
Helen.
And
Mhm.
also, did you guys see the one of the couple that's downstairs and they're like watching TV and the guy's like watching them from upstairs?
Oh,
Is that the
I
hitch?
feel
It's
sick.
not the
I feel
hitcher,
sick.
but there's like
Like a
I-
real
oh,
a film
God.
or
Yeah,
like
like
a
they caught the camera at the next like a couple days later, the next day or something, and he was just like standing there watching them watch TV. He, I, oh my God, my
I'm
stomach
actually
hurt.
gonna cry. Like I hate
Actually, you know how to scare George? If somebody could go to
No
George's
poppers?
place and ring the doorbell.
That's what I mean. I don't do doorbells.
Doorbell.
Oh, well, I
The
thought you
way
meant-
this man jumped when somebody rang my doorbell, like
Yeah.
you would have thought like
Because I don't have visitors. So when the doorbell's going, I'm like, this
you would have
isn't
thought it was
planned.
like an air raid going off. Like
It's
this
just
man
Liam.
just
Gail.
Oh God, I've got to see him in
Yep.
2 months. Jesus, I've got to sleep with him for not sleep with him, but be in the same.
You're sharing a bed?
No, Jesus Christ. Yes, Nick.
There is an actual thing that happened here in Colorado. It was in Boulder, Colorado, and it was like a sorority house, and there was like a guy that had like there was like a hidden
God.
place in the wall, and he was living in the walls and had learned all of the girls' schedules, so he would come out at specific times when he knew that like they wouldn't be home and stuff like that. And I was reading like one of the news reports, and the girls were talking about like, yeah, like the tensions had started to rise in the house because people were like, you're eating my food, you're using my soap, you're like, my toothbrush like tastes weird and all this other shit. And they eventually found out about it because one of the girls, she got sick and didn't go to class that day, and the person living in the walls did not know that she was still there, and she saw him go out of the walls.
Could you,
God,
oh
it's
my
giving
God, what would you
Brahms.
do?
Yeah, it's just like Brahms.
I would. Well, did he look like Brom?
Yeah, that's a different story. Because
Probably
that man,
not.
No.
He probably looked
But-
like my type though, but
Just machine
hold
gun
up,
Kelly
though.
walking down the
Kelly.
hallway. Just,
Yeah.
just what?
not some man living in their walls, really concerned about their dental hygiene habits and using their toothbrush.
That is nasty.
What?
Imagine how salty that shit must taste. Oh my God. Like pork rinds on your teeth. Oh my God.
hate it,
Oh my
hate
God.
it. Do you know the one I
Like, how,
had?
what do they use the bathroom? I've always wondered, like, when somebody's doing that, they just hold it the entire time.
Probably just piss on the floor and
Or like-
Usually
or like
when they
your
find
next.
them, they find
just
like
pissing in the-
bottles.
in the bottom. Yeah, like your next. Remember your
Oh.
next and all that stuff.
Oh,
Pissing
that's
in the
yeah.
broom closet.
oh God. Could you? Oh no. That's why there's
Yeah.
like big fraternity or sorority houses where people are like, oh, and there's a hidden passageway. I'm like, absolutely not. I don't want to live in a place like that.
You're my
Mm-mm.
family now.
yeah, I can't stay in. Like I would go. My parents are like, oh, do you want a house sit for us? I'm like, absolutely not. I will not.
Okay,
be-
but I
Yeah, 'cause
that
you guys
house
have
was
like
gorgeous.
17 bedrooms. Like, that.
yeah.
Yeah,
You got a
yeah,
whole like east-west wing kind of thing going.
Yeah,
on
that's what
there.
by myself is crazy.
Oh my God, I nearly shat myself, Nick, when that flame just popped up by you. Then I was like, oh my God, I'm seeing things. I thought like the poppers had kicked in. But yeah, like
Did you guys ever hear about the one sorority house where there was this girl and she was there alone, and the rest of her sorority, they were out at like a party or you know, and she had to be there because she was sober sister. She needed to be there in case a drunk sister.
Oh,
called
okay,
and needed to
right,
ride,
yeah.
you know?
And then
Yeah.
what happened then? Did she get a call from her boyfriend or?
Yeah. And
No.
he was an alcoholic. It was horrible, and she was on the phone with her friend, and then yes, she died.
How did
Oh.
she die?
Oh.
AIDS.
Oh,
Yeah, dick of death. Yeah,
She got bit by a spider, and
Yeah.
it gave her AIDS.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Should we just make one big ass story and just compile all the
Just knit them together. And then just put it on creepypasta and we're ready. But just
shit.
before we go, we need to talk about Lisa Lamb,
I knew this was coming.
the elevator game.
I am so
Oh,
fascinated by
never
that
mind.
story. They covered
Yeah,
that
but Lisa-
on the newest season. I don't know if it's the newest season. It might have been the season before of Unsolved Mysteries.
Yes, they did.
They covered
Wait,
that.
I don't know about the hold on. I know there's a movie
What?
that they just
I'm
made,
sorry,
but I don't
what?
know anything about the elevator game. So,
So-
please do.
Well, the elevator game is one thing they think is the conspiracy theory, and then the not the conspiracy theory, sorry, the urban legend, and one thing that a lot of people think she was doing. If you think it's got something to do with the supernatural element, the elevator game is something where you go into an elevator. You can find it online, and you have to go to you have to press the floors in a certain way. So you have to go like up to 6, then down to 2, and then back to 3, to the ground to the 2, and then when you go back to 2, if a woman gets on, you've got to ignore her and just and she'll try and talk to you, but you got to look forward, and then you go to the 7th floor and she'll get off, but if you talk to her, she'll kill you. And she'll like follow you, and then some people think that's what she was playing when she was like trying to close the elevator doors, because something was like following her. But then but Lisa Lamb in general is just like a crazy.
I've never.
You never heard of
I-
Lisa
I-
Lamb?
Yeah,
Never
we
heard
talked
of
about
both
this,
of these
David.
things.
It's
Hotel Cortez. I mean, Hotel.
Oh, that they found her in the water thing.
Yeah, in the water tank, but the water was
gotcha,
tasting
gotcha.
funny.
Yeah, yeah, gotcha. I was like, what the is that? Yeah, okay, no, that would creep me the out. Can you imagine just drinking water and all that stuff? You're like,
And then they did that
Yeah.
film Dark Water. It was terrible or whatever from
dark water.
that.
That sounds familiar. Wait a minute.
2006 or
with
2000.
Jennifer Connelly.
Yes, in the
really bad.
apartment. Yeah, it's really bad. In the
Yeah.
apartment block. I think they did.
I
There
mean-
was 2 versions, but they
Well, that was the remake.
because
Yeah.
there was the Japanese one. Was there a Japanese original, and then they did that
Mhm.
one? But it all very
Usually is.
yeah, inspired by that.
But it also
But
wasn't.
they still
good,
don't
though.
know. They
What
still
happened
don't
to
know
her?
what happened to her.
Yeah, like how they
How she got in
up-
there?
Yeah,
Well, because they said like at first they tried to claim that she was having some sort of a psychotic break, which is why she was acting like that. But then when they discovered her body in the water tank, they said that there would have been no physical way for her to be able to get up to the water tank and open it and have the strength to open it and get inside. And I
And then
believe they said that
close
it
it.
was locked.
yeah.
Right. So
And
they didn't
there's
understand.
no
Oh,
how
from the
many-
cameras.
outside.
And she wasn't. I thought
And there's
she
not
like
a
some of her
yeah.
clothes, wasn't it? Like some of her clothes were gone. I thought I read something about like a part of her
this is an
clothing wasn't
SVU
there.
situation.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, that's just
There's because there's that one, and then it's similar. I think it's in the same city, but they also covered this on Unsolved Mysteries, where
that's LA.
there was
Lisa.
there's a married couple, and the husband it was over the course of like a week or two where they had a new alarm system that was installed, and the alarm system kept going off randomly in the middle of the night. And after like the 3rd or 4th time or whatever, the wife claimed that she saw somebody running outside of the house right after the alarm went off. So she was
Oh,
convinced that
shit.
somebody was trying to break into the house. So it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, the husband had was home, and he was like working, and then they had like a house sitter or a cleaner or something like that. And then he just randomly like got up from his desk and then left. And then the wife gets home, and the character or the woman, like I think she was like a cleaner, like a house cleaner, and she was like, yeah, like your husband just randomly got up and like left. And so they had to like file a missing persons report, all of this other shit. So there was this hotel downtown, and they discovered that they found his body. So they had the main hotel, and then there was like this miniature, like almost like a ballroom where they used to, like when the hotel was built, they used to have like people come in and do dances and shit like that. And they had found the husband's car parked across the street like weeks later of this hotel. So they're like searching in the hotel, they're trying to find the footage, and the footage was conveniently, corrupted and missing and whatever. But basically they get to the top of the hotel, and they're kind of like looking around just to make sure like maybe he jumped or something like that. And they look over, and
I
they
remember this one
see
now.
that there's a hole in the roof of the adjacent building. They go down into the ballroom place and find his just mangled body. Like somehow he like jumped and then went down and went through the roof. The
The
husband.
husband.
No,
This
no,
is
no.
on series
It
one
was
of
like
Unsolved
no. It was
Mysteries.
just like ooh. Like that was
Oh.
sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Or
it's
you
like
Perry
part of,
Mason? Sorry, that.
but it's on Unsolved Mysteries because they don't.
Oh,
It's
shit.
similar to Alyssa Lamb, where they don't understand based on like the physics. They're like, there's no way that he would have
could've,
been
like-
able to jump and get that far, so they have no idea how he went through the roof like that.
Guys, we should one of our episodes has to be like our favorite like true crime shows or something.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
what
Did you see John Carpenter has one coming out?
Oh,
on
the nigga,
Peacock?
remember saw the one of the hands that looks like bloody?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't
wanna-
wait.
yeah. I'm so
saw the
excited.
trailer. I was like,
because I've been
this
like
looks
binge watching
twisted.
Buried in the Backyard. I have been
What?
staying up at night just watching that shit. Oh, it's so good. It's so
I'm
good.
gonna
I just watch it on
have to check
Peacock. It's on Peacock. Yeah, I've been
Damn.
watching it. like,
Okay,
binge-
I have.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
oh,
Wanna see your
did
Peacock?
you?
Maybe we can talk about this in the after hours.
Oh
Oh.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because we've been
'Cause-
going for a
okay.
minute
We've
now.
been going for now. So, so
Yeah.
we're sorry to Pugger for everything that's happened today for his
He's
internet
having a good time.
access. I want to thank my fellow co-hosts here today, David, Nick, and Yutaka. Thank you for the music. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you want
What
to see
music?
more from
What
us, the
music?
music, Olivia Rodrigo's new album, Guts, stream it now. If you want to see more from us, you can follow us on Patreon, where you can get early access to our videos. You get access. Come back. You
Come
get
back.
access to live streams. But if you want some and watch alongs, and if you want even more watch alongs, you can join us on YouTube for our membership, where Yutaka is doing weekly watch alongs to various movies, TV shows, whatever you want. You tell him, and he'll if it gets the votes, he'll watch it. So feel free to check
Except
out.
American Horror Story, because apparently that was like allegedly finished with scabs. Not like David Scabs, but scabs.
What do you mean?
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
Oh, you mean like
Though I
it's not-
can't, I won't like do a watch along.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah,
What
they
is- what do you-
as in like
stabs?
they did it like while it was they filmed
During the strike.
During the strike.
So
Oh,
they
like this whole Drew
allegedly-
Barrymore thing? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Let's not go. Oh, let's not go.
Yeah,
let's not
so
go
I
there.
was like, I'll leave that one alone.
But there'll be some
um,
other stuff that you can watch, right? You
Like Chucky,
Chucky.
but it won't be a first time watch. Sorry.
You haven't seen series. You won't be watching series 3 or 4.
No, I already have.
Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, if you want more details, you can find them there. I mean, you know that like Nick's on this channel now, but if you want him, he's Nick Says Boo. You know, Dave's on this channel, but he's zzavid. You know, Yutaka's on this channel. He's on Twitter. You know, I'm on this channel. And
Puggapillar's
I'm
barely on this channel, but his name is Puggapillar.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Liam can be found in Gran Canaria.
Yes, yeah,
in the
getting
bunker
peed
bar.
on.
If you
Yeah.
need him.
Yeah.
So we just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting us. And this is going out, I believe, on the this is going to be going out like it's going to be officially autumn by the time this goes out, guys. So I hope you're having a great, amazing
Ooh.
time, and I hope
Hopefully
you
it's
did.
cooled down. Oof.
It's a little bit cooler here today, but make sure everybody that you have to do the thing on the first day of autumn, which is the 23rd of September this year. Watch Hocus Pocus. That's all you have to, except Nick won't because he's a freak.
Oh, me and Nick, that's what we're
Actually, you
gonna
can
do.
watch us. You know what? I did watch alongs for both of those movies. You can subscribe, pay me money, watch
you
Hocus
go.
Pocus.
And watch Hocus Pocus with him on the 23rd of September. Why not? Let loose. So yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day, guys, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
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 You have been listening to the Horror Hour. See you next time.